First question is for Jeremy. Jeremy, congratulations. Your intimate interpretation of that particular period of Springsteen's life is very, very impressive. Accepting a role like this is a great opportunity, is a great responsibility, but it's a great risk too, because you know how many fans the boss has all around the world. So I want to know, when they offer you this role for the first time, what was your first reaction? You say yes immediately, or did you think about, and what if it goes badly?
I think I had to take pause just because of the responsibility, you know? And also, I don't say yes to any job lightly, maybe there's some actors that think they're the best actor for every single role because they're the best. And
I know those guys.
I'm just not one of those guys. I think, I've got some things I can really lend myself to and give myself to, and there's good reason for me to do them. There's other things I could maybe do a fine job at, and there's other things maybe I have no business approaching at all. Maybe there's someone better. And so I think because of the responsibility of portraying Bruce Springsteen, I just had to ask myself some questions to make sure I had the confidence to say, no, I'm the one, that should do this, So it took some time. As much as I love Bruce, as much as I love Scott, it took a little bit of a consideration, but that consideration was always out of respect for Bruce and for Scott, really,
Scott, this movie is incredibly intimate and beautiful captures how the relationship with our parents influence the art and our lives, our private lives too.
Yes.
How difficult was to find the right way to tell the story that isn't just about music, but is about human fragility too?
Honestly, it was incredibly difficult because there are a lot of music films. Sometimes they come out once or twice a year. And generally with artists that we all love and admire. So people come to those with very fixed ideas of what these films are going to be. With the success of my first film, Crazy Heart, I have been offered more music films than I can even count. And I've said no to all of them. And this story spoke to me on a very personal level, on a very human level. Not Bruce Springsteen, the icon, not Bruce Springsteen, the myth, but Bruce Springsteen, who's at a crossroads, who could continue on his path to become a superstar, or he could have the courage to look inward and ask himself how honest he can be in his work, the difficult work of excavating all of his childhood pain. I put a lot of my childhood pain into my work, I'll be honest, so I share that with Bruce. But for me, it was really about how can we see a man who was being clearly neglected by his father? How can he nourish himself, repair himself, rehabilitate himself through music, and hopefully rehabilitate his relationship with the man who's been so distant? That's why I made it. It just happens to be about music.
Last question is for both of you. Bruce Springsteen was close to you during the making of this movie. Is there anything he confessed you or suggest you during the meeting on the set that was particularly impressed you, that remained in your mind? A suggestion that he gives to you?
Well, not so much on the day when we're shooting, because he just came as an observer. More when I'm writing the screenplay about, tell me your state of mind when for the very first time you visit a therapist. The night before, you're experiencing the darkest hours of your life. Suicide ideation. John Landau gets you into therapy. What were you feeling? How did you feel when you were driving down a country road at 94 miles an hour? And at any moment, could have turned that car into a tree. Yet you don't. What's it like to play Born in the USA for the very first time with the E Street Band? What's it like to say, I'm going to put all of these hit records on the shelf, but this album, my least commercial album, but the most painful and personal album, has to come out. That's where Bruce was helpful to me in the writing of it. Now, there were moments on set where Jeremy was portraying Bruce, I think so realistically during some of the more painful scenes that Bruce said, you know, I think I'm going to leave. I think I'm going to go home. Just too tough. That's a testament to Jeremy and his portrayal.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't recall. I mean, it was Scott's set, and Bruce knew that. So no, there was nothing, like Scott said, really on set. And I think he also knew what a fragile position I was in. But yeah, he shared with me some specific sort of stories and intimacies in a similar way, even upon first meeting, moments and feelings around the county fair, driving across country with Matt D'Elia, you know, all those details were.
But I will add that there are many things in this film that Bruce has never spoken about. Not in his autobiography, not in any biography or documentary.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that.